This is the California State Budget. My name is Joanne Chambers. I have picked two priorities as K through 12 education and higher education combined because they have very similar desires in the budget. I've also picked Health and Human Services, which is Medi-Cal, CalWORKS, and in-home supportive services among many other programs. I will go over the revised budget and the enacted budget. The proposed budget for education combined was $95.2 billion. California wants to take an initiative in higher education enrollment. A great deal of the budget is in consideration of low to middle income communities. Regarding K through 12 education, the pandemic created lower school attendance and higher absences. Enrollment dropped in societies economically disadvantaged, mainly in minority groups, Pacific Islanders, Filipinos, and Blacks. Governor Newsom's revised budget was $104.4 billion. It shows a significant boost in K through 14 education. In K through 12, areas of financial gain were in the following: an allocation of $8 billion for a one-time discretionary block grant, $3.8 billion to modify LCFF, which is the local control funding formula. This money, $3.8 billion, provided public school with a base grant per student with additional grants for English learners, low-income students, and foster youth. The education enacted budget was $105.1 billion. K through 12 received a boost in funds for a one-time grant. This was for districts who are struggling to pay their ongoing costs like salaries and benefits, and a response to last year's lost experience due to online school learning. Higher education, Cal Grant programs received $500,000 in an effort to reach $300 million annually by 2024-2025 fiscal year. 500,000 million in debt-free college for UC, CSU, and community college. In Health and Human Services, the proposed budget was $93.5 billion. The revised budget was $100.7 billion. $760.8 billion in general funds in 2022 to 2023. Revisions were made in order to implement the SMARTER Plan, California's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. SMARTER Plan stands for shots, masks, awareness, readiness, testing, education, RX, and medication. $530 million increase for COVID testing in schools and for the public. $468 million to support services for newly arrived immigrants and border communities. The enacted budget was $101.4 billion. $205 billion was invested to improve reproductive health care infrastructure and abortion care. This includes $40 million to provide abortion care to the low income and uninsured, including those who are coming from out of state. Thank you for viewing my presentation. I look forward to reading your comments.